This video explores the intricacies of a 29-year-old man's life residing in Southeast Asia, relishing the benefits of earning $300,000 annually while living without taxes. At this juncture in his life, he appears to have everything: financial prosperity, good health, and a stable monogamous relationship with a 23-year-old girlfriend. They have been together for 14 months, cohabiting for the same duration, and on the surface, their relationship appears robust. He characterizes her as a supportive partner who manages household tasks, cooks effectively, and offers emotional backing, fostering an environment where he feels at ease and cherished. She is portrayed as being understanding, loyal, and dedicated to him, instilling a sense of security in various facets of his existence. Nevertheless, despite the seemingly flawless relationship, he wrestles with conflicting emotions regarding his yearning for independence and the desire to explore other relationships and experiences. This internal conflict appears to be intensified by his personal aspirations. He cherishes the notion of freedom, living life according to his preferences, and the prospect of engaging with different women. He confesses to having cheated on her multiple times, and although she has forgiven him each time, it's evident that his actions have induced some tension. This prompts the question of whether he can genuinely commit to one individual long-term, or if he is simply not prepared for such a commitment yet. His predicament isn't solely about infidelity, but also pertains to his long-term vision for his life. While he recognizes that he may wish to settle down and have children eventually, he feels he requires more time. Time to accomplish his personal objectives, particularly his ambition to become a millionaire and to fully enjoy life while he is young. He views his 20s as a vital time for growth, exploration, and accomplishments. He stresses that men who attain a certain level of success, like the Sultan of Brunei, recognized for having multiple wives and fathering thousands of children, do not adhere to conventional societal standards concerning relationships. They opt for non-monogamy because they have the means to do so and because it aligns with their desires for variety and legacy. Nevertheless, he proposes that men should possess a clear understanding of their values and what they seek from a relationship, particularly when contemplating the choice between monogamy or non-monogamy. It is about making a conscious decision, remaining with a good woman if that's your choice, or being transparent about wanting non-monogamous relationships if that's your inclination. The essential lesson here is that relationships must be founded on mutual consent. If you opt for a committed monogamous relationship, it ought to be a deliberate choice, not something influenced by your partner's wishes or expectations. Concurrently, the man must be truthful with himself regarding his desires for freedom, the consequences of his decisions on his girlfriend, and whether he can establish a family with her when he is ready. As for his quest for personal objectives, such as becoming a millionaire and pursuing his ambitions, it's evident that he's working toward personal development. However, he needs to determine if a stable relationship or the pursuit of casual encounters suits his long-term vision of happiness best. Additional considerations. Emotional maturity. It's important to evaluate whether he's prepared for a serious commitment or if he's still in a period of seeking freedom and individuality. Relationships flourish based on emotional maturity, mutual respect, and shared aspirations. If he remains uncertain, it's acceptable to take time to discover what he genuinely desires. Long-term perspective. There's a need for balance between pursuing personal ambitions and fostering significant connections. Relationships can provide a different type of fulfillment that might aid his objectives, but it relies on what both partners desire in the long term. Self-reflection. The man could gain from deeper self-examination regarding whether he fears commitment or if he's truly not ready. At times, the fear of missing out on experiences can obscure judgment about the worth of long-term relationships. Ultimately, relationships, particularly long-term ones, necessitate compromise, honesty, and value alignment. At this crucial juncture in his life, it's vital for him to assess what he genuinely wants, not merely in the short term but in the long run. In any meaningful relationship, especially one involving cohabitation, emotional commitment, and shared experiences, communication is vital. The man in this circumstance is at an important turning point where he must be candid with his girlfriend about his internal struggle. The manner in which he handles this situation will significantly affect her emotionally, and it's critical that he acknowledges the importance of his decisions, not only for his own future, but for hers as well. By being open and honest, he provides her the chance to comprehend his difficulties, which may facilitate a more profound, genuine discussion regarding their relationship. Perhaps they can reach a mutual understanding of their future desires. It's also worth contemplating that relationships transform over time, and what feels appropriate now may not align with what he wants 5 or 10 years in the future. He should be truthful with her not only about his current stance, but also about his envisioned future, whether or not that future includes her. If he opts to remain in the relationship, it's crucial that he does so from a genuine wish to commit, not from a sense of duty or fear of solitude. Engaging in a relationship for inappropriate reasons can result in dissatisfaction and resentment over time. Conversely, if he concludes that he's not prepared for the level of commitment she seeks, it would be respectful and mature to separate now, rather than leading her on or perpetuating a cycle of infidelity. He should also take into account the possible outcomes of his actions regarding his own personal development and sense of satisfaction. While it's common to yearn for excitement, freedom, and new experiences in one's 20s, it's just as crucial to evaluate whether those aspirations are consistent with his overarching life objectives. Does he wish for a legacy centered on his achievements and personal freedom, or does he envision creating a family in partnership with someone who can offer emotional support through life's challenges? In either scenario, this choice will require him to contemplate what kind of future he genuinely desires. Moreover, it's also essential to reflect on the wider effects of living tax-free in Southeast Asia and a lifestyle he is currently experiencing. Although it provides financial independence and chances for personal growth, does it correspond with his long-term aspirations? At times, the chase for financial achievement and personal freedom can be distracting, obscuring what is truly significant, such as emotional ties, enduring relationships, and personal satisfaction. He should spend time considering whether his current way of life is genuinely benefiting him, or if it's merely a temporary stage that may eventually lead to feelings of unfulfillment or loneliness. In the end, whether he opts to remain, leave, or alter the dynamics of his relationship, his decision should represent his true wishes and future intentions. It's not solely about the present moment, but about laying the groundwork for a life that feels genuine and satisfying. If he prioritizes independence and freedom over a committed relationship, he should acknowledge that and make a choice that reflects who he truly is. Conversely, if he's truly receptive to having a family, deepening his bond with his girlfriend, and establishing a partnership, he must be ready to eliminate distractions and concentrate on co-creating that life. Making the right choice will necessitate self-reflection and a clear comprehension of his own principles, ambitions, and desires. It's about constructing a life that resonates with who he is, not just where he stands at this moment. Relationships are intricate, and they can sometimes compel us to confront uncomfortable realities about ourselves. But confronting those realities directly is the only way to establish a life that is genuinely fulfilling. His relationship with his girlfriend represents merely one aspect of the overall picture, yet it's a part that could significantly influence the trajectory he follows in the future. Therefore, the lingering question is, does he regard this relationship as a stepping stone to something greater, or as an obstacle that hinders him from reaching his potential? Only he can resolve that, but whatever choice he makes should arise from a standpoint of honesty, clarity, and respect for both himself and the woman he has been sharing his life with.